Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Jordan Fremstead. As we come on the air this afternoon, King Charles is speaking out for the first time since the Queen's passing. We want to remind you, you can stream that live on our News 8000 Facebook page. So if you head over there, you can watch that full speech right now. But we are going to begin today from where world leaders are and rock stars to the sporting world are giving tributes to Queen Elizabeth II. They're pouring in from around the globe. Natalie Brand is going to lead us off with details from Washington, D.C. today.
From Australia, where the Queen's image was projected on the famed Sydney Opera House, to New York's Empire State Building, lit up in sparkling purple lights, to the Eiffel Tower in Paris, which went dark Thursday night, the world is honoring Britain's longest reigning monarch. In San Francisco and Washington, D.C., church bells rang 96 times to mark her years. Her countless admirers are reflecting on her legacy.
Everybody loves her because of her love and affections for the human being.
Flags at the White House have been lowered to half-staff. President Biden describing Queen Elizabeth II as a stateswoman of unmatched dignity who dedicated her life to service.
The President and First Lady stopped by the British Embassy in Washington Thursday evening to sign a book of condolences.
I had the opportunity to meet her before she passed, and she was an incredibly gracious and decent woman. And the thoughts and prayers of the American people are with the people of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth in their grief.
Tributes also came from celebrities, James Corden noting she's the only queen most have ever known.
We viewed her as immortal, an essential part of the fabric of our world.
Join me in a round of applause for 70 years of service.
British musician Harry Styles marked the Queen's passing with fans at his Madison Square Garden concert. And soccer stadiums in England will be empty as the Premier League announced it's postponing matches this weekend in honor of the Queen. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
President Biden said he would probably attend the Queen's funeral, although those details are still being worked out. Well, Britain's King Charles III, with his wife, Queen Consort, walked into Buckingham Palace for the first time since the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth, and his ascension to the throne. The couple, dressed in black, were received by huge cheers and applause from the crowds of hundreds that were gathered outside the palace. The king proceeded to shake hands with dozens of well-wishers and look at floral tributes to his mother for more than 10 minutes.
Well, a fairly nice start here to the afternoon, with temperatures are expected to warm up here yet again, making it unseasonable here for this time of the year yet again across the Coulee region. Now, with that said, there are some changes on the way. So let's get right to it here, starting with your hourly forecast. Throughout the rest of the day, you can expect temperatures mainly into the 80s. But notice here how it starts to get cloudier by the time 5 o'clock rolls around. And then as we head into the evening and also into tonight, we can expect some rain here to begin to move in. A couple of scattered showers are possible tonight. So something to keep our eyes on, and we'll talk more about this in your weather forecast. But for now, let's get right to your zone forecast. For temperatures today in La Crosse County will be mainly into the mid-80s, 83 in West Salem, 85 though in La Crosse, Onalaska and La Crescent, 83 today in Holmen. As we head south now, Waukon at 81 today, Viroqua looking at 81 as well. And as we head towards our central zones, we'll be 82 in Arcadia with 80 degrees in Osseo. Notice how it will be much cooler across our northern zones today as they'll start to feel the effects of the front first, with high temperatures cooling down into the mid-70s across portions of the Eau Claire area. Again, I'll be back with your weather forecast. We'll talk more about these temperatures and what we can expect this weekend associated with that cold front. Back to you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Derek. Well, of course, this Saturday's edition of Steppin' Out in Pink will have a different feel for participants. The event is moving from Gunderson to La Crosse's Riverside Park, and event coordinators say they couldn't be more excited to make the venue switch.
We definitely saw it as a growth opportunity to meet our community where they're at, and we've seen an incredible amount of support from the change of location. A lot of the downtown businesses have adopted going the extra mile for us on Saturdays, so they're doing promotions within their own organizations and businesses.
Sneath believes the new route will also be more appealing for participants, and it will also take people through the marsh trails. Walkers are encouraged to walk anytime between 7 in the morning and 12 in the afternoon on Saturday. The vendor market opens right at 7 at Riverside Park, and then the official program begins at 8:30. Elvis is making an entrance. Today officially marks Elvis Explosion's 25th year at the La Crosse Center. 35 tribute artists will compete. The contestant with the voice and look most similar to Elvis will be crowned king and walk away with $10,000. Elvis Explosion brings in tribute artists and fans from all over the world. One contestant from the Netherlands says that spending almost a full day traveling to Wisconsin was worth it.
Traveling 22 hours to be here, to be able to compete at this contest, it's a blessing.
The event will feature live music from Elvis eras all around, and tickets are available online or at the door. We've got more information at news8000.com. After inhaling toxic debris and chemicals, many first responders are still dealing with health issues from 9/11, the impact it's had on their bodies after the break.
It's fast food and service with authentic Mexican flavor at Senor Villa. With fun daily specials and cold, refreshing margaritas you won't want to miss. Come to Senor Villa in La Crosse and Onalaska. Authentic Mexican food and flavor.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
Join us for Steppin' Out in Pink at Riverside Park, Saturday, September 10th. Help raise money to support breast cancer research at the Gunderson Norma J. Vinger Center for Breast Care. The 2002 Taste of Summer Beer and Wine Tasting is happening Saturday, September 10th from 4 to 7 p.m. at Clearwater Farm on Alaska.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Dings, dents, scratches, big crunches. You know where to bring them. Pischke Motors Collision Center on 2nd Street in downtown La Crosse. When you've got a crew of professional body and paint technicians like ours, you provide them with the latest in repair equipment. And that's what we've done in this state-of-the-art, environmentally friendly facility. We have customer drive-in lanes, soft touch, 24-hour car wash. So when the dings, dents, scratches, and even the big crunches happen, bring them to Pischke Motors Collision Center on 2nd Street in downtown La Crosse.
Labor Day is a time for relaxation, relatives, and refrigerators.
Right now, here at Carl's, this Samsung black stainless steel refrigerator is only $19.99.
You can save up to 45% on major appliances. This washer is only $4.39.
Save on Serta iComfort Hybrid and Perfect Sleeper sets. Check out these specials and more during Carl's Labor Day sale going on right now.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
Look, we knew the other side would make up lies about me to scare you. Now they're claiming I want to defund the police and abolish ICE. That's a lie. I'll make sure our police have the resources and training they need to keep our community safe. And that our communities have the resources to stop crime before it happens. I'll bring back manufacturing. And I'll pass a middle-class tax cut. And if that's too scary for Washington, then so be it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Make it a family dinner night every Sunday at Senior Villa, where kids eat free, one per adult, open to close. And it's a menu you know they'll love. Senior Villa, authentic Mexican food and flavor in La Crosse and Onalaska.
For more than 2 decades, tens of thousands of first responders are dealing with chronic health issues after their exposure to toxic dust and debris after the September 11th terror attacks. Now research is looking at other long-term impacts on these patients, including COVID-19. Dan Lieberman has their story.
Michael Gullub spent 11 months at Ground Zero, first as a volunteer with his fire department. Later, the company he worked for was contracted by the city.
I was responsible for the medical care for everybody that was on the site.
Within a week or so, he couldn't stop coughing.
I had that for years until I started coming here and getting the proper medication.
Here is the Stony Brook World Trade Center Wellness Program. Thousands of responders are seen with conditions such as obstructive airway disease, asthma, cancer, PTSD, and depression.
This gives rise to a variety of susceptibility and vulnerability to being able to deal with other diseases or infections.
Program Director Dr. Benjamin Luff's latest research looks at nearly 1,300 responders who had COVID-19. Data shows patients with 9/11 related chronic conditions are more likely to have more severe infection and suffer with long COVID symptoms such as shortness of breath and brain fog.
Now that we've been able to follow these patients for as long as a year, we find about 15% of our patients continue to have problems with long COVID.
Another recent study suggests responders with PTSD could be affected by a specific form of dementia. Michael encourages responders to be monitored and get treatment.
The first few years before the program, I used to tell people when I die, put 9/11. I don't think that anymore.
And he's grateful he's still here with his family. Dan Lieberman, CBS News.
It is estimated that more than 80,000 responders are enrolled in World Trade Center health programs. Wildfire smoke is making its way into the Midwest from the western states. Air quality in southeastern Minnesota is at a moderate level, and the same is expected here closer to home in western Wisconsin over the next few days. People with underlying conditions like asthma and COPD may find it harder to breathe.
There's also been studies showing that it can actually increase respiratory infections. So it can actually increase the cases of bronchitis and pneumonia as well.
Experts say if air quality gets worse, people should limit their time outside. They say you can wear a mask, but that particles from the smoke are so fine that wearing a mask is only reducing exposure and not completely eliminating the risk. Technology is making it easier for hackers to gain your information, what the experts are saying to protect yourself from scams after the break.
He wants to be a firefighter, a doctor, a teacher, and he wants to be their governor. But Tim Michels said funding public schools is the definition of insanity.
We're already throwing so much money at education.
He drained millions from public schools to help fund private schools in Milwaukee, and even consider ending the Department of Public Instruction. Tim Michels wants to be governor for 4 long years. But what matters more to you, his future or theirs?
Waiting for a great deal on furniture? Well, this is it. Slumberland Furniture has savings up to 50% off list prices, or in some cases, even more, at our Labor Day sale on now. Shop our big selection of sectionals, sofas, recliners, dining, and bedrooms. And shop the deals that are up to 50% off. Mattresses too, with some up to 50% off. Don't forget, mattress shopping is uncomplicated and fast, only at Slumberland. Come see how. Shop the huge Labor Day sale on now.
After an accident, you have an important opportunity to go after all the money you may be entitled to.
When it comes to motorcycle representation for accidents, only one firm comes to mind, Hupy and Abraham.
They're very well known for handling motorcycle cases. We knew that we could trust them. They got me way more than I thought I would get.
Bikers choose Hupy and Abraham because of the reputation of getting the best results of any other law firm.
Call Hupy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
The FBI says Americans lost nearly $7 billion to cybercrime last year. One of the biggest problems is ransomware, and a new report shows how some hackers are getting their hands on the tech needed to pull off the crime. Astrid Martinez shows us how.
Kellogg Community College in Michigan looked like a ghost town in May after the school suddenly shut down.
When I pulled up, I noticed there was no cars around, so I thought something was going on.
The college was forced to close after a ransomware attack seized its computer systems. The school was back online 2 days later and did not reveal if the ransom was paid. But many companies do give in to hackers' demands. A study found 46% of organizations paid the ransom, with an average payout of more than $800,000.
It's a big problem and it's not going away anytime soon.
Cybersecurity expert Scott Schober says that's because it's easier than ever to commit these crimes. A new report from Microsoft highlights how ransomware kits are being advertised and sold on the dark web, giving hackers the tools needed to attack a company.
And that's the part that's so scary, how easy it is to do.
Using a special browser, Schober showed us a marketplace on the dark web with ransomware code for sale for as little as $5.99. Payments are made in untraceable cryptocurrency.
That allows you to remain anonymous so they can't catch you. And
you can't be tracked as the buyer and they can't be tracked as the
seller.
seller.
Not easily, no. And that's in a sense the beauty of being a cyber criminal. You can work in this underground world and not easily be caught.
Before deploying, the ransomware hackers have to gain access to an organization's network, which they often get using stolen usernames and passwords for sale on the dark web. That's why experts say it's vital for companies to use safety protocols like two-factor authentication to keep cyber criminals out. Astrid Martinez, CBS News, Metuchen, New Jersey.
Ransomware kits are being advertised and sold on the dark web for, as they mentioned, as little as $6. As we send you to break with a live look through City Cam 8, Derek has some changes to talk about for your weekend. He'll fill you in next with his forecast.
One window or a house, well, the board store's here to serve. Double hung windows, sliders, picture windows, crank out or bays and bows, energy efficient glass, many exterior colors, wood grain interiors, all fairly priced and always installed by the board store's factory certified installers. Need a patio door, entry door, same superior products, skilled installation and fair pricing. Join thousands of your neighbors who enjoy their windows and doors from the board store.
Classic Antique and Collector Car Auction, Winona, Minnesota, October 7th and 8th. Everyone welcome is a buyer, seller, or spectator. Midwest's largest collector car auction. Consign now and turn your classic into cash. Find out more at RemlingerAuctions.com or call 507-450-3173 today. RemlingerAuctions.com.
Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin is the place to be for summer fun without the stress. Celebrating 150 years as a city, Prairie du Chien's history and scenic beauty will be on full display. Enjoy amazing river cruises, fantastic country and blues music festivals, historic events, or some of the very best views in Wisconsin at local parks. At a pace that is always relaxing. Find a great place to stay and start planning your Prairie du Chien getaway right now at prairieduchien.org.
Get ready to shake, rattle, and roll on over to the 25th Annual Elvis Explosion, September 9th, 10th, and 11th, live at the La Crosse Center. Come and witness over 40 tribute artists battle it out for over $25,000 in cash and prizes. Tickets are available at the box office, Ticketmaster.com, or days of shows. That's the Elvis Explosion, September 9th, 10th, and 11th at the La Crosse Center. And I'll see you there. Thank you. Thank you very much.
City Cam 8 is brought to you by the Board Store. A new entry door is like a smile on the face of your home. As the only Provia Platinum dealer in the area, the Board Store can help you design the door that welcomes you home.
Well, high temperatures this afternoon across much of the Coulee region are expected to be pretty warm yet again. In fact, very summer-like across the area with temperatures into the low to mid 80s this afternoon, mainly for our central and eastern zones. But back towards the west, in fact, you can see this boundary here. That is where the cooler temperatures will meet the warmer temperatures. That is exactly where this front is going to be setting up across the area in the form of a cold front, where the warmer air exists back towards the east and cooler air back towards the west. In fact, highs just behind the front are expected to be mainly into the 70s, with 75 degrees affecting Eau Claire here by the time the afternoon rolls around. Let's talk more detail about these temperatures with your zone forecast today in La Crosse County. Highs reaching 83 in Bangor today and 83 in Middle Ridge. It'll be 85 today in Berry Mills and 83 to the north there in Mindoro, 85 this afternoon in La Crescent. Now heading south, we'll be looking at 81 today in Viroqua and 83 this afternoon in Lafarge. Highs reaching 84 in Gaze Mills and 83 in Soldiers Grove, 83 today in Lansing, and Stoddard reaching a high temperature of around 84 degrees. Now for our central zones, you'll notice some of the differences with temperatures. Again, the highs into the 80s further towards the east in areas like Monroe County and La Crosse County, and also portions of Trempealeau County. But back towards the west near Buffalo County, we'll be looking at highs reaching the 70s behind that cold front. So we'll be first in line to see those cooler temperatures existing here associated with that system. Now as we head north, we'll be looking at highs again reaching the low 80s further east around the Thorpe and Loyal Neelsville area and also towards Augusta. But portions of Eau Claire County and also northward into Chippewa Falls will be looking at high temperatures reaching the mid-70s here come this afternoon, with a slight chance of a shower or two, as they'll be closer towards the moisture gradient setting up with that front moving in. 85 degrees around 3 o'clock in the afternoon today, and then we'll start to turn mostly cloudy by around 5 p.m. with temperatures at around 84 degrees. It's really not until 7 where we start to see some cloudier skies move in and temperatures will be right around 75 degrees. So right now we're under the influence of a south wind out ahead of that cold front here that's currently positioned to our west. Now we do expect that frontal boundary to move in to increase the cloud cover and also turn our wind directions around out of the northwest. That will drag in some of at least the cooler air to begin to filter in slowly across the area. It's really not until late tonight, really, into early tomorrow morning especially, where we start to see some scattered showers begin to move in, as we're expecting a plume of moisture to move in from the southwest associated with that frontal system, giving us scattered widespread rain here with a couple of thunderstorms as we head into Saturday afternoon. And then everything should begin to clear out as we head into later in the day on Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday, maybe a couple of scattered showers are still possible. Rainfall totals, though, for the most part should stay under a half an inch because of the rain here. Intensity expected to be mainly light and moderate. Some localized heavy rain, though, is possible. For tonight, 58 degrees with some of those scattered showers. And then for tomorrow, 67 degrees. A couple of scattered showers, but overall much cooler, and north winds around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Here's a check now your next 8 days. And again, those cooler temperatures into the upper 60s to low 70s this weekend, with rain chances still in the forecast here through early next week. And then we dry out as we head into next week with much warmer temperatures. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Derek. Well, coming in the fall of 2023, you may not have to break the bank for an electric car. The new 2023 electric Chevy Equinox has all the features we're going to show you coming up after the break.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Like most people, I bust my butt day in and day out. I earn every dime of my paycheck. It's the Wisconsin way.
But Governor Tony Evers supports paying welfare benefits to people who won't work, even after they turn down job offers.
That's a disgrace.
That's a disgrace.
It's a slap in the face to hardworking people like us.
Tony Evers should know better.
Tony Evers should know better, but he doesn't.
Tony Evers, our failed liberal governor.
Change it up and choose Dutch Boy from Menards. Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints at the best prices. Pick out the perfect color. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create thousands of color options. And with Dutch Boy's easy opening, smooth pouring container, and no prep, no prime formula, transforming your home has never been easier. Save 11% on all Dutch Boy paints now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
New Astapro Allergy, now available without a prescription. Astapro is the first and only 24-hour storage-free spray. While other allergy sprays take hours, Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. So you can Astapro and go.
Meet a doctor who connects all the dots.
Oftentimes, people with low back pain, knee pain, or hip pain don't even recognize that it's actually coming from their feet.
Their feet? For real?
Absolutely, 100%. It can have a domino effect because their foot and their ankle aren't supported properly. Their whole body is out of whack.
Getting back into whack? Good Feet arch supports could help.
Keeping your body in good alignment, that can go a long way.
Come in for your free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Well, the push to all electric continues. General Motors is unveiling its all-new electric SUV. It is the new 2024 Chevy Equinox EV, and it is set to be one of the cheapest electric vehicles on the market next year. The new electric Equinox is slightly wider in size than its gas model counterpart, and the starting cost is about $30,000, and you can travel up to 250 miles on a full charge. More expensive models will be able to get up to 300 miles. The cars will be available for purchase in the fall of next year. We hope you can stay with us. We'll have a final look at your forecast next.
Derek Van Orden, former U.S. Navy SEAL. Over 20 years of active duty, defending America in hostile territory. 5 combat tours, hundreds of missions, sea, air, and land. Now, he's on the most important no-fail mission of his life.
Saving America for my grandchildren and yours.
Grandpa, we're just going to the park.
Yes, we are. You guys ready? Yeah. Derek Van Orden and I approve this mission and this message.
After you've been injured in an accident, life becomes chaotic. You're missing time from work, bills are piling up, you have doctor's appointments, you're being harassed by insurance adjusters who are trying to get you to settle your claim. At By Goff and Rohde, we take that chaos from you. We'll get the medical bills submitted. We'll deal with the insurance companies. We'll make sure that you get the compensation that you deserve. At By Goff and Rohde, we get results.
Get ready to shake, rattle, and roll on over to the 25th Annual Elvis Explosion, September 9th, 10th, and 11th, live at the La Crosse Center. Come and witness over 40 tribute artists battle it out for over $25,000 in cash and prizes. Tickets are available at the box office, Ticketmaster.com, or days of shows. That's the Elvis Explosion, September 9th, 10th, and 11th at the La Crosse Center. And I'll see you there. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Be sure to keep the News 8 Now First Alert weather app handy this weekend for those weather changes. We'll see you right back here tonight at 5 o'clock, and we hope you have a great day.